Hello, everybody. Hello, children. Hello, parents. Hello, guardians. Hello, brothers and sisters. And hello to everybody who makes sure and takes care of children, making sure that they receive the best care ever. Okay? So I want to share something small with you today. And this is in regards to the lesson and some of the things that we are doing. It is such a great privilege that we have this opportunity to be able to share together the word of the Lord, to be able to learn the word of the Lord, not just with the children, but also with everybody as a family. So what I would like to ask you is that I want all of us to be able to participate for the next 30 minutes or so together with the children. Okay? One of the things that we realize is that children best learn when they receive help and assistance. Okay, so it is there for us as parents, as guardians, as older brothers and sisters to be able to help the children even as we continue learning. Okay, some of the things that we do is that we are able to read the Bible together with the children. So even as we read the Bible, some children are still very young and they are not able to read the Bible. So I would like for you to be able to open the scriptures with them and be able to read with them. As we give the story, even as we say the story, some children could lose attention and they could get distracted with a thing or two here and there. It is there for us, as parents, as guardians, and just to help the children to pay a little bit more attention and even to ask questions and to ask them to keep on concentrating. When we are doing our arts and craft, okay, we realize that some of the children are still very young and they're not able to either write, color, or even cut out some of the things that we are doing. It is there for our place as parents, guardians, and even older brothers and sisters to be able to help them through that. The other thing about the art and craft, this is something that can be a reminder, okay, for the whole week until we do our lesson again, or even a continuous reminder of some of the lessons that we are learning with the children. As we go through the Bible, one step at a time, I would like to ask you, parents and guiders and everybody else, just as a family as a whole, that you would be there to be able to help to grow our children. Okay, I want to share with you a scripture which is found in Luke chapter 2 verse 52, and this is what he says. Jesus grew up into a man. He became strong and he could understand more and more things. People thought that he was a good man, and God also thought well of him. Okay, this is where we get our theme, where we say growing up in God's ways. As children, as the children continue growing, I want us as parents, as guidance, as brothers and sisters, as a family as a whole, to help children to grow in God's way. So welcome to our lesson today, and I hope that God will bless you in everything that we do.
Hi kids. We are so glad to be back again.
Yes.
And to be able to share with you and continue with the story of the children of Israel.
Yeah.
This is such an interesting story. I am getting excited about it. Are you getting excited?
Yes, and I'm learning a lot from the story.
Yes, I'm learning a lot, and I really hope, children, that you're also learning a lot, okay?
Yeah, yes.
So before we go to our next lesson, what we are going to do is we're going to do a recap. Okay, we are going to remember what we did last time, okay, so we can do a recap. So Teacher Rachel, can you take us through the recap?
Yes. So, kids, remember last time we talked about the 10 Commandments?
Yes.
And we did the actions to help us remember, an easy way to remember the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to recap the actions that we did, and I hope, kids, you're going to do this together with me today, because I taught you last time.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it together today, and we'll start from the first commandment.
Yeah.
And that's commandment number 1.
Number 1.
So stick out your finger to represent commandment
One.
number 1.
Yes.
And to represent one God that we're supposed to worship and one God that is in
Heaven.
So we'll go like, do not worship other gods but me in
Yeah.
heaven.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's commandment number
Number 1.
Then number 2 is take out 2 fingers from both hands.
2,
One,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then it goes like we're not supposed to worship any other god.
Yeah.
So it says do not make idols to worship. So
Yeah.
we pretend that this is an
idol?
idol, and this is a person,
person
that is
worshiping.
bowing down and worshiping
Yeah.
an idol. So
Yeah.
we say do not bow down, do not make idols to worship.
Worship, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do not make idols to
worship.
Yes. So number 3.
Yes.
Number 3 says do not take the name of the Lord in vain.
Yes.
And number 3 represents the Trinity, the
Yeah.
Holy Trinity. That's God,
God
the
the
Father,
Father,
God the Son,
and God the Holy Spirit. Yes.
So you're not supposed to take the name of the Lord in vain. Yes. Don't
Yeah.
say it in vain.
Don't say it in vain. So you
Yeah.
cover your mouth.
You cover your mouth so that you
Don't say the name
of the Lord
in vain, yeah.
Yes. Then commandment number 4, you stick out 4 fingers. Yes, and then we're going to pretend that this is our little pillow and
Oh,
we
yeah.
are resting.
We are resting.
So commandment number 4 says, honor the Sabbath day and keep it holy. So you're supposed to
Rest on the Sabbath,
day.
yeah.
So we go like, honor the Sabbath day and keep it holy.
Holy.
Yes. Then number 5, we'll do the sign language for father,
Father
and mother.
and mother.
And we're supposed to honor our father
Father and mother.
Yes. Then we go to number 6.
Number
and we'll
6, you
stick
go.
out
So a
our
thumb.
from one finger.
And then 5. So that makes it 6.
That makes it 6.
Yes.
So we go like, do not murder.
Yeah.
Poke the heart. Someone
Yeah, you poke your
dies.
heart, someone dies.
Yes, so you're
it's
not
6.
supposed
yes,
to
yeah. So
murder.
number 6 is do not
Do not murder.
murder. Okay.
Then you go to
Number 7.
Yes, take out 2 fingers and 5 from the other hand.
Yeah.
And you'll remind the kids, the children.
These are the children,
yes,
the little
you'll remind
kiddies,
the
yeah.
children that
Yeah.
father and mother stick
together.
And so,
We say do not
do not commit
adultery.
adultery.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's number 7.
Yeah.
Then number 8.
We stick out 8 fingers.
Yes. Number 8 says do not steal. And so we're going to pretend that this is something that does not belong to you. This is you trying to steal. So the commandment is do not
steal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then number 9, you're not supposed to lie. The commandment says
Do not lie. Commandment
and
number 9.
kids lie using our mouths.
Yeah.
And so we're going to cover our mouths so that we don't lie.
Yes.
Yes. So do
Do
not
not lie.
Yes. Then number 10.
10.
Number 10 is stick out all your fingers. Then 10 fingers.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll go like do not covet, and you're not supposed to covet. So
Yeah.
do not
Covet. It's like
covet.
taking somebody else's things or
taking
wanting
things
somebody
or wanting
else.
things that do not belong to you.
Yes.
Yes. So that's a recap of what we did last time.
Wow.
Yes, and I hope kids you've remembered and you've done the actions and you can actually do them over and over again
Yes.
to remind yourself.
So to help you remember, yes.
Yeah.
So we are glad we are able to share those.
Yes.
Okay. And I know I had said this some time back, but I'll say it again. The laws and the rules and the regulations that God gave them were so many.
Yeah.
So we've learned 10.
learned 10,
But
yeah.
this time we're also going to talk about others.
Yeah.
And there were about 613.
613 commandments.
Yeah, there were about 630
Laws,
commandments.
actually.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
and the
right.
reason why God gave them these laws is because He wanted them to be healthy, and He also wanted them to live in peace.
In peace
Yes,
with each
with each
other.
other. He
Yeah.
wanted them to be healthy and also to live in peace. And He also wanted to protect them.
Yes.
He wanted them to be safe. Okay, and that is why these laws were actually there
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
It was really for the children of Israel. Okay, so we are going to go through a few of them, not all of them, just a few of them. Okay, and this story that we are learning today is found in the book of Exodus, chapter 21. 22 and 23. Okay, so you can take time, your parents or somebody can take time just to be able to read them out so
Yeah.
that you can hear all the rules and regulations that the children of Israel were given by God. Okay, so one of the rules that God actually gave the children of Israel, okay, is He showed them this law so that they can be safe. Okay, so one of the things that was happening, like now, let me give you an example.
Okay.
So if a family member, if I hurt your family member, okay, your family would go and hurt my family,
Okay.
would actually come and hurt my family. Why? Because my family has hurt her family, so her family members would come and hurt my family. And then when they would come and hurt my family would also go and hurt her family members again.
Okay.
So do you understand what they were
so
doing?
They
Yeah.
were like trying to revenge, but every time they did it, it was a back how do you put this?
Like
It was
revenge.
a back and forth thing.
Yes,
'cause
back
they
and
were-
forth. Yes, yeah.
Because my family will come and hurt your family, then your family will come and hurt my family, and it would go on and on.
It would
and
go on and on
Yeah.
and on. So one of the laws or one of the regulations that God said is He actually said an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Okay.
And then after that,
That's
is
it.
Okay?
I think by that God was just trying to bring a more fair and just way of dealing with things. So if maybe I took your earrings,
Yes.
you'd come and then you don't have to come and fight me. You just come and take my hearing, and that's
it. Yes.
We leave it at that.
And we leave it at that,
Yeah.
and we don't keep going back and forth. So that was one of the laws that God actually gave them. Okay. So another law that we are going to actually talk about is that God really cared for the people who are weak. Okay. And this, like for example, if you're stronger than me, you know, you would feel like because you're stronger than me, you'll come and beat me up or bully me or take my things or just make a mess out of it. Yes,
I think that happens a lot, even in schools and at homes.
Yes.
Where there are these individuals and these children that feel they're more special than others,
Yes.
they're stronger than others,
Yes.
and they would take advantage of their strength.
Yes.
And then they would bully them and maybe take things from them that are not theirs. Or maybe at home, because you're the eldest, you try and bully around the younger. Make him do things that you are supposed to do your chores. Then you make them do your chores because they're younger. And that is not right.
Yeah, God didn't want people to fight. So God cared even for the people who were not strong enough to fight for themselves. So children, we need to learn that even though you're older or you're an older brother or sister, you cannot fight your younger brother. God does not want you to do that. He really, really cares for the younger ones. And he actually would take care of them whenever somebody would try and do that. Even when you're in school, we all know about bullies in school. And somebody's thinking, I am bigger than you, I am stronger than you, and I'm going to fight you. God does not want to do that. God would always fight for the people who are weak.
Yes.
Okay, so another way that God actually cared a lot is that he really, really cared for those people who were fatherless. Yes.
That's the orphans.
Yes, the orphans, and he cared for people who did not have a father. And he really had a special place. He really had it in his heart, like a special place for them. Okay? And so what we need to remember, even for us, even orphans, people who do not have parents, okay, because they don't have anybody to take care of them, we need to look at them like, we need to take care of them and just show them how much we take care of them. Okay? The other thing that also God really, really loved and took care of is foreigners. Okay, so you find people, they are not in their own country and they have come to live with you because of something that has happened, either war that has taken place or there's famine in their country and they were running away, you know, and they are coming to your land, but you can't look at them and say, this land does not belong. Yes, it doesn't belong to you, because you will really make them feel bad, and they had come to take refuge. So God loved the fatherless, God loved the foreigners, and the other people that God really, really loved and he talked about was the widows. Yes. So you find that this is a widow. She was married, then her husband dies, and she doesn't have anybody to provide for her.
And
so
to protect her, to take care of
even
her.
to protect her, yes. And you remember these laws were there to protect and to keep safe. So God really cared so much about the widows, and he spoke a lot about the widows because they were weak and they were not able to take care of themselves. Okay. And the other rule that also God gave them.
Before the other rule, I think the Bible also says that he's the father to the fatherless and he's the husband to the widows. So that just comes to show us that God really cared for the orphans. So he even got to an extent of fathering them. He calls them his children. And he says that I'm the father to the fatherless and I'm the husband to the widow. And so God expects us to actually show them mercy and love. So it's very important for us, you know, to learn how God lived. So the other one that we are going to go into is the farmers. Okay, so here you are and you have a piece of land and you're farming and you're able to plant grain, you can get
food from there. But then now there were some people who were not able to, or they did not have land where they can be able to plant. So what God would actually told them is he told the farmers, when you go out to harvest, don't harvest everything. Okay, so you leave some grain where the poor people can come and be able to harvest. Leave some fruit where they can come and pick on the tree, so that they can come and pick, so that they are not hungry, so that they are not left there hungry and wondering what are we going to eat. Because God even cared for the poor people who were not able to take care of himself.
So this shows that really God really cared about even the farmers and then even them that did not have farms. So he says he did not tell the farmers don't go to your land and pick your food or your fruits from the trees. He said just go and pick and leave some, so everyone can have a piece of that fruit that you've grown, or a piece of that fruit that has grown on that tree. So that way everyone will live in peace and there will not be like others that have a lot and others don't
That
have.
is, yeah, that is so true. Because
Yeah.
God didn't want some people to have a lot, and then somebody doesn't have anything, and they're hungry,
and they're
and
hungry
they're
and you
starving.
have enough to even eat and still store.
Yes,
so
yeah.
God
So
wanted-
God wanted people to learn how to take care of themselves.
Yes.
The other thing that God also loved, and He told the people, and He actually spoke about it, is that God loved animals. Can you imagine? God cares about animals. I know some of you have got pets, some have got dogs, some have got cats, some have got birds, some have got fish, you know, and we keep animals and we have them as pets.
Yeah.
God really cared for the animals. And at that time with the children of Israel, they used to use the donkeys a lot to be able to transport things from one place to the other.
Carry loads.
Yes, and carry loads. And so what God actually said, that if you're actually on the road and you're walking and you find that there's a donkey that has fallen and it's weak and it's tired and it's fallen down, that you're supposed to help it up. Yes, and even pick it up. And even if that donkey belonged to your enemy, God said that you have to make sure that you take care of it, not just to leave it out there in the field and it's dying. God is thinking, take care of this animal. And that's why He talked to the children of Israel and told them, you need to take care of it. Yes.
Yes, so from that we learn that as a child of God, I'm supposed to take care of that animal. If that donkey is down with, and heavy with
A load, yes.
So I'm supposed to help it up,
Yes.
even if it belongs to your enemy. Can you imagine? God wanted us to live in peace even with our
enemies, yes, and to take care of each other.
Yes.
And the other thing that even God said, He cares even for the birds.
Imagine.
And the little birds, and you're thinking, oh, it's just a bird.
Yeah.
And God said that if you find a mother bird in a nest, and maybe she's sitting on her eggs and she's vulnerable and she doesn't want to fly away because she's protecting her eggs, you can't take it.
Yeah,
Because
you
you know,
can't harm
well,
it.
yes, you
Yeah.
can't harm it, you can't take it, you can't have it for food. God says you actually leave it, okay?
Yeah.
So now that's actually what God wants us to do, to make sure that we even take care of animals. Yes, yeah.
So that was just a command that God was giving us.
Yes.
To help us to know how to live with each other and to take care even of the environment around us.
Yes, to take care of each other, to take care of the environment
And the
around us
things that
and
God
the
has
things
given
around us,
us.
because God Himself also loved things and He was also taking care of them, okay?
Yeah.
So these laws were there to help us, okay? The other thing that we learned about these laws, because they were so detailed, everything, like there are so many, you see the chapters, it's like 3 chapters, detail after detail after detail, okay? All these details, God cares about everything. So really what we are learning today is that all these little things, because sometimes you think, oh, it's something little, God doesn't care about it. No. God cares about everybody. The important person, whether it is the president who is important or even the least person who's not important, God takes care of it.
Yes.
And then even over your life, God takes care of everything in detail. Okay?
And the other thing is that God is actually concerned about your everyday life and your even the very, very little details, like your grades in school.
Yes.
And the work you do at home.
Yeah.
And your friends and your pet and everything. God takes care, and He actually cares about every little detail of your life.
Yes. So that's what we need to remember, kids, that
Yeah.
God really takes care. Whether it is big, whether it is small,
Yeah.
God takes care of every detail. So we always need to come to Him and tell Him if you're having trouble with something, we talk to Him because God cares. Okay?
Yes, yeah.
So what we are going to do right now is we are going to share a song together, and this song actually says God cares.
Yes.
Okay? It talks about all the things that God cares about, and even us, and how God cares for
It's
me.
just a reminder of
Yes,
how much
God cares for us. Okay, so
Yeah.
what we are going to do is stand up. Okay,
Stand
let's
up.
all stand up so that we
Yes.
can be able to move a little and dance a little, and we will welcome our guest. We
Yes.
have, well, she's no longer a guest now. She's part
part
of
of
us.
us.
Yeah, so we will welcome Shiro, and she's going to come and help us as we sing the song and as we dance together. So everybody get ready, stand up, and let's do this.
Hi kids, so I'm so glad to be back here again. We've just learned about how God gave His people laws to show that He cared about them. So now we're gonna sing a song about how God cares about us. So I hope you're all standing. Everybody stand up and let's get ready to sing this really fun song. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, let's sing this song together. just like the birds in the sky so high. God takes care of me, He takes care, just like the moon and the stars at night. God takes care of me, He takes care. Oh, He takes care. Oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. God takes care of me, He takes care. God takes care of me, He takes care, just like the lilies and the flowers that grow. God takes care of me, He takes care, just like the fireflies when they glow. God takes care of me, He takes care. Oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. God takes care of me, He takes care. God takes care of me, He takes care, just like the birds in the sky so high. God takes care of me, He takes care, just like the moon and the stars that shine. God takes care of me, He takes care. Oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. God takes care of me, He takes care. God takes care of me, He takes care. Again, oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. Oh, You take care. God takes care of me, He takes care. God takes care of me, He takes care. Yay!
Okay, kids, so here we are, and we are going to do our craft, and it's also a very fun craft to do. Okay, today we've been talking about how God cares and how He gave the children of Israel rules and regulations so that they can be safe.
Yes.
Okay, and it was for their health.
And
okay,
also for them to live in peace.
and for them to also live
each
in
other.
peace. Yes,
Yeah.
with each other. So the craft that we are going to do today is a craft that will help us. Okay, we'll be able to put it up somewhere in our room or in our kitchen or in our living room, just somewhere where we are able to
Where you
read.
can see it.
Yes,
Yeah.
where we can be able to read rules and regulations, and we are going to put them down. But the fun part is how we are going to be able to draw
do
them.
it, yeah.
Okay, so what we have today is our Manila paper.
Manila paper.
Yes, and what we've done is we've just taken a full, let me join up with yours so that it's actually a full Manila paper, okay? And then we've gotten to cut it into half, and then after we cut it into half, and that's what now we have to use, okay?
Yes.
Then we also have our colors, our markers, our pencils that we are also going to use,
Yeah.
okay? And the other thing that we're going to use is still like what we used last time, a container, but this one is the 1 liter container. Okay, this 1 liter is the one that we're going to be able to use to draw. Okay, we are using it so we can just be able to trace around, but we're not using the container today. What we are going to use is we are going to be able to use the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the cover that we're going to use. Okay, so now what we are going to do is to draw something that is called speech bubbles.
Or a talk bubble.
Yes, it's either a speech bubble or a talk bubble. Now, if you have ever seen a cartoon or a comical, you know, they draw and it looks, even the icon that they use for WhatsApp or even for messages, it's actually what they call like a speech bubble or a talk bubble.
Yeah.
So we are going to use this container, and on our Manila paper, okay, we'll be able to draw different, like 5 of them. So that's why we use a big Manila paper. So we'll put one on that end, one on the other end, and just keep drawing, and we'll have those speech bubbles all over. Okay, so I want you to take your cover like this, and then after that get a pencil, okay, and using a pencil right at the top. Okay, you know, you can use the other cover, the other side of the container.
Yeah.
So you'll use that one. So right at the top we start drawing, and you go all around. Okay, but when you get to where the lid is, where you open, you kind of like leave it open, and you go all around, all the way around to the other side, and then make sure that you draw 5 of them. So we keep going through, all through, so you go and you get to the end, and then when you get to the end, you know, you make sure that there's like that pointiness, okay, and you draw the one in the center. You go all around, okay, making sure you go all around and draw it all the way to the end. Let's go to the other one. We keep moving, and you carve it all the way around, just making sure that you've drawn all your lines and they've gone all the way around. Okay, and you do the same thing to the last one. Okay, please take your time. I know right now when we're doing the video it's going really fast, but please take your time to draw it. Okay, and there you will have your 5 speech bubbles. Okay, and then on this end we'll make sure it's all like coming down to that end, joining it up, so it actually does look like a speech bubble. So right there, all the ends, we just make sure they are all done. Okay, and then what we are going to use, we always use our black color. Okay, this black color helps us to line it out, and then as we line it out, you're able to see clearly what you're doing. So we're going to start from one end and we're going to line it all the way to the other end. And as you can see, there is that corner that actually points it out.
Yeah.
So you're able to see. So make sure you use your black
colored pencil.
Yes, and then go all the way around your speech bubble. Okay.
Yeah.
And please take your time. We look like Aska is, because of technology, we're able to do this fast. It's called being able to fast forward. Okay, but for you, just take your time and make sure you draw it as neat as possible. Yeah, just go all the way coming down. Okay, so now I will tell you what we'll be able to do.
So, having talked about how God cares for us, you remember we learned in the lesson that God also wants us to take care of others.
Yes.
And so that is what we're going to do today. So we're going to list down something that we've called the caring rules.
Oh yeah,
yes.
The caring rules.
Yeah, so the things that you should do when you're with others that will show that you care.
Yeah.
So we're going to give us examples of what we can do to show that we care.
Yeah.
So that is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to write down the caring.
Yes, yeah. I like the way you call them the caring rules. I even think I should just be able to write that down over here.
Yeah, so that we can always remember.
Yeah.
That is what we are
doing. Yes, yeah. So I'm going to write over here, like just in capital letters, somewhere in the middle, so that I can be able to see. Yes, yeah. The caring rules. Yeah. So when we have this, we'll be able to know what these are. Okay, so now the thing that we are going to do today, okay, there's going to be a lot of writing, so but please take your time and be able to write what we are actually going to be able to say. Okay, so in the first bubble, which is right here at the top, we are going to take a brightly colored marker pencil, and this is what we are going to use. And when we use that brightly colored marker pencil, we'll write on top over here the first rule that we are going to have. It says be respectful. So in capital letters right at the top, so you're going to write be respectful. Yeah. Okay, so when you write be respectful, when you leave that there, then you can get another colored pencil. Okay, do I want to use blue on blue, or do I want to use orange? I don't know. Let me use another one, an orange one. Okay, so the next color that I'm going to use is orange. And then when you're being respectful, what you do is you treat everyone with respect. So right here, right at the bottom in small letters, but with another color, you just write over there, treat everyone with respect. Okay,
so these are the things that you can do to show that you're respectful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we write treat others with respect.
Yes. Okay, so over there we've written treat everyone with respect. Okay, So then now another rule that goes under the whole cloud of being under the Bible, it says no hitting. Okay, you're not allowed to hit someone else.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not right to hit someone.
yeah, and then the other one says no calling of names.
Yeah.
No calling names. Okay, and the other one says do not put others down.
Yeah. Some of us try and do this a lot, but you're not supposed to do it. So it's actually unrespectful when you call us.
Yeah.
names.
Okay, and then the other one is always remember to say sorry, please, thank you, and you're welcome. That is very important. Okay, say sorry, please, thank you, you're welcome.
This is so kind.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these are the points that we need to remember under being respectful. Okay, so the other caring rule that we can actually be able to put down is be honest.
Oh, nice.
Be honest. Okay, and the ones that we will put under being honest is, let me see, tell the truth. You remember we learned the 10 commandments and we say don't tell lies.
Don't tell lies.
Yes, so you always need to be able to tell.
Tell the truth. And we also learned that the truth sets you free.
Okay, so always tell the truth. The other thing we do is do not omit details.
Like you just leave out a session of a story that you know will give the whole truth.
Yes. Okay, do not omit details. I'll tell you a funny story even as we write these rules, you know, and it's about somebody, and maybe you might try and but this is somebody I know who just the other day came and told me, it's one of my children. Okay, you won't know which one because I have 4, and don't try and guess who it is. And they came and they told me, the tap is pouring water, come. So of course I went running, and the tap had been opened and it was pouring a lot of water, and the water was going under the sink, and she kept on saying the tap is pouring water. So I came in and I asked her. Now she omitted the detail to say, Ma'am, I opened the tap that you told me not to open, and now because I opened it, it is pouring water. But it was pouring water. So she says, please come upstairs. The tap is pouring water. The water is going all over. And she omitted the detail of saying that she had opened the tap. So that is omitting, and that is not being honest. And she's the one who opened the tap. So you always need to give all the details, even if you think you'll get into trouble. Okay? So the other one is say what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be going around and you're trying to tell a story and you're not really saying what you mean. Okay, and then the other one, you're beating around the bush. And then the other one, it says follow through your words. Yes, it's very important for us to make sure that we follow through our words. Okay, then we've finished that one. So the other thing that we are going to write right here, it says be responsible. Okay.
Yeah, you remember when we were writing, when we learnt about the chores?
Yes, we learnt about the chores. Okay, so that's the other way we know that we are able to do things when we are responsible and we take care of the chores. So under being responsible, the thing that we are going to write is accept the consequences of your action, whether good or bad. Okay, so let me write there, accept. The other thing I want you children to do is, parents, please be involved and help your children even as they write this. If they are able to write, let them write. If they are not able to write, you write them down for them and allow them to stick stickers all around to decorate or even color around. Okay, but you be able to write these rules down for them. So it says this one, accept consequences. Okay,
of the action.
or consequences.
So remember, whatever you do,
Yes.
there are consequences that follow. Then remember, the next one is
What's the next one?
Always apologize when you're wrong.
Apologize.
Yeah.
It's very important to apologize. Apologizing is saying I am sorry. Sometimes some people find it so hard. You're so angry, and you don't want to apologize and you don't want to say I'm sorry. But we always need to remember to apologize. Children, always make sure that you apologize. Okay. Another one that goes under being responsible is ask for help.
Ask for help. Remember, we said you can't do everything by
Yes,
yourself.
yes, you can't do everything by yourself. You need to ask for help. Moses asked for help when people were making a long line and a long queue. His father-in-law told him
He needs
to
to
come.
get help.
Yes, and he actually went and he was able to ask for help. Okay,
Yeah.
clean up your own mess.
Remember your toys, kids,
Yeah.
when you play around.
Yeah. This is very important because sometimes we find ourselves not cleaning up our own mess. Okay, so it's very important for you to make sure that you clean up your own mess and make sure things, because that's being responsible. The last one, but it's not the least, it says think of others before you act. Every time before you do anything, always make sure you think about others. Okay, so it says think of others.
Before
Yeah.
you act.
All right, so now we write the other one. What is the other one that is right there? Let me see those rules.
Be grateful.
Be grateful. Wow, this is also
Remember
another
to always
important
thank
one.
God for what you
Yes,
have.
yeah. Being grateful, like you just said, is being thankful. We always need to remember to thank God for what we have, because when we remember that, it's like we are taking care of each other. So under that we'll say be thankful for what you have.
For what you have. Never take anything for granted. Yeah, even the very air you breathe,
Yeah.
be thankful for that.
Yes, so be thankful for what you have, okay? And then the other one right there is what? Be aware of your blessings. Do you know what that means?
Yes, you should know your blessings. There's actually that song we always sing in church, Count
Yeah.
Your Blessings.
Yeah.
And you name them one by one.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's how you just know that you're so much blessed.
Yes, even not that one. There's also another one I know that children love singing. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Yes. You always need to be aware of the blessings that God has given you. Okay? And then the other one that goes up under being grateful is show gratitude towards others. That is very important.
important.
You always need to show gratitude, and gratitude is being thankful and being grateful. So you always need to make sure that you're grateful for somebody else. Always showing gratitude, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then we will go to the next one, which is our last one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This one says be kind. It is so important to be kind.
Yeah.
A lot of times we find ourselves sometimes, maybe we're children and we are being selfish, but we
And
always
unkind.
and unkind. You push somebody, you make them fall, but we always need to remember to be kind. Okay.
Yes.
So under being kind, the ones that we are going to write down under there is think about others and not just yourself.
Yes. Yes, when you're given something and you want to keep it all to yourself, remember there's also that other person that needs whatever you're trying to keep for yourself. So just share.
You always
and be kind.
Even sometimes when you're in the living room and somebody's doing homework and you want to watch cartoon or you want to watch TV, you're not thinking about the other person. You're actually just thinking about yourself. But when you're kind is you think about others and make sure you take about care of others. Okay.
Yes.
And the other one that's under there, it says do nice things to others.
Yes.
This is very, very important.
Yes, and we also you like it when people do nice things for us.
Yeah.
So you also need to do nice things
for others. Yes, it's very important to do nice things. Okay.
Yeah.
Be nice to yourself.
Yes, don't be hard on yourself.
The same way you're kind to other people, you also need to be nice to yourself. Yes, so that is also very important, okay?
Yes.
All right, let me see the other one, okay? It says, be true, be
Positive.
be positive towards others. Yes, okay? Let me tell you. There are so many times when you think about your friend and you think, oh, she's mean, oh, I don't like her, oh, what is she doing? But you need to always think good things about others and think positive about others, okay? So children, that is our craft for today, okay? Please make sure you write all these rules, go through the video slowly and make sure you're able to write all these rules so that as you write all these rules, you can remember them, okay? That is it for today. Next time, we will meet together and then we'll be able to see how God gave the children of Israel something called a covenant. Yes. Okay. Something called a covenant. And a covenant is an agreement that they had. So for now, bye bye.